Alright, another episode of Subaru Being Dumb, Arc 7, Chapter 48. Being even dumber than usual. Goddamn, I hate Subaru. He tells everyone that Lewis is the Sin Archbishop of Gluttony, unnecessarily dividing them when he should have already seen that Lewis is being good. And even if she does turn evil at some point, and kills them all, he'll just be able to return by death, and then he'll be able to confidently say that she's a threat. Until then, he should keep it to himself, because right now, she's their best trump card, their best warrior. And obviously, she's still on their side, even though she may have got her powers back. Obviously, she did not get her old personality back, because she still can't articulate herself, and she's still acting like a child. So yes, the threat is there, but there's no need to explain that to everyone else and unnecessarily divide them during this time where they already have so much to deal with. When even if his fears come true, he can confirm it later, because if she turns evil, he'll just die and he'll go back and say, okay, don't trust Lewis, she's a sin Archbishop of Greed. But until then, he should have kept his mouth shut. And finally, Abel figured out that obviously a so-called self-proclaimed ninja wouldn't just play a simple game of hide and seek to test them as potential allies. Obviously, there would be the element of combat involved. I was surprised that Abel wasn't able to figure that out right after he said, "Let's play the game of hide and seek." I wasn't surprised Subaru wasn't able to figure it out, even after he knows that Ober killed everyone, and that he was killed when he left the inn. Subaru still didn't figure out that this was a test by Ober, that he wasn't just playing hide and seek because it's dumb as hell. Obviously, when we just play a simple game of hide and seek to test them, there will be combat involved, and they would have to prove the necessary skills of an assassin and the ability to survive and not be easily killed, because if they're a bunch of losers who can't survive a test that he administers to them, then why would he ally himself with them to kill the Emperor? Because if he fails, he'll go down in history as someone who failed to kill the Emperor and as a traitor, instead of someone who killed the Emperor and go down in history with glory in his old age like he wants to. At least Abel was eventually able to figure it out. But goddamn, Subaru is so dumb. So dumb. I called it on chapter 43. I already knew that Ober was gonna, try to kill them and hope that they succeeded. He wanted them to win, as in he wanted them to survive and prove themselves as worthy compatriots in an assassination attempt. And I was also right that the reason Subaru's memories were fading was because he had the brain of a 10-year-old. He had 20 years worth of memories, but a child's brain. So obviously that's why he was having trouble pulling up his memories. I called that as well. I mean, all this stuff he can figure out through simple logic, but Subaru doesn't use logic very well. So he's always being really dumb and competing with, Peter Griffin and Homer Simpson in terms of dumb animated characters, in my opinion. It's the only thing about ReZero I hate. I love Subaru except for the fact that, it seems like he got dropped on his head a lot as a kid. Just saying.